The Book of Enoch, a treasure of mysteries banned from the Bible. Could it really be that the Book of Enoch banned from the Bible reveals shocking secrets of humanity? The dusty pages of time hide secrets that defy our understanding. The Book of Enoch, a treasure of mysteries banned from the Bible, emerges as a narrative that challenges the boundaries between reality and the unknown. Imagine, for a moment, the story of a man who walked with God, whose journeys reveal not only the foundations of the world, but also heavenly encounters and discoveries that would shake our convictions. This is the Book of Enoch, a forbidden work that promises to reveal humanity's shocking secret. As we unravel this saga, we delve into the depths of myth, questioning whether narratives of fallen angels and celestial beings are simply legends or fragments of cosmic truth. This is an invitation to explore not only the forgotten book, but also the mysteries that inhabit the border between faith and the unknown. Get ready to debunk the myth, to question the ban, and, above all, to adhere to the true word. The Book of Enoch contains pages full of riddles that defy logic and echo through the centuries. This is a narrative that transcends time, a search for truth that will lead us through the hidden corridors of history. Let's begin this extraordinary journey, where the forbidden becomes accessible and the myth falls apart in the search for the essence of truth, where we will try to discover the answers to the great question: does the Book of Enoch banned from the Bible reveal shocking secrets of humanity? In an ancient time, at the beginning of history, a character emerges who transcends the common narrative. We delve deeper into the pages of the Book of Genesis, chapter 5, to find Enoch, a unique man. And Jared lived 162 years and begot Enoch. Genesis 5 verse 18. And Enoch lived 65 years and begot Methuselah. And Enoch walked with God after he begot Methuselah 300 years, and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Enoch were 365 years. And Enoch walked with God, and he appeared no more, because God took him for himself. Genesis 5 verses 21 to 24. At the age of 65, Enoch fathered Methuselah, but his story goes beyond genealogy. He walked with God for 300 years after the birth of Methuselah, a feat that set him apart from ordinary humanity. A man who not only walked, but danced in the heavens with the Creator. In total, Enoch lived 365 years, but something extraordinary happened. Enoch, in his intimate communion with God, simply disappeared. God snatched him away, taking him to the heavenly realms while he was still alive, a distinction that connects him to Elijah, the prophet who also ascended to heaven. Enoch was not just an ordinary man, but Noah's great-grandfather and a crucial piece in the family tree that would lead to Jesus himself. Its roots intertwine with sacred history in a way that goes beyond the ordinary. And so, the figure of Enoch emerges, not just as a page in the biblical records, but as a special being, loved by God to the point of being elevated to his presence while still alive. His story transcends time, and it is in this context that we begin to understand the man behind the mystery, the man called Enoch. After Enoch's celestial departure, a narrative emerges involving a mysterious book, a text that, it seems, revealed cosmic and divine secret. Tradition suggests that Enoch, in addition to his walk with God, left behind an extraordinary work. Many believe that this book contained not just narratives, but prophecies, revelations, and supernatural account. It was a manuscript that, in essence, delved into the mysteries of God's creation of the world. However, herein lies the intrigue. That book, which could have shed light on the mysteries of the divine, disappeared. The question that echoes through the halls of history is, why was this treasure trove of knowledge banned? There is an intriguing theory that suggests that God himself, in his wisdom, decided to hide these secrets. Would the revelations contained in the Book of Enoch have been so impactful that God chose to protect humanity from cosmic truths that were beyond our understanding? This chapter, permeated by the mystery of the disappearance, leads us to question not only the content of the book, but the divine reasons behind its absence from the sacred record. Is God protecting humanity from truths that, if revealed, could transform our understanding of the cosmos? The enigma of the mysterious book's disappearance persists, a gap in knowledge that urges us to explore further. The Book of Enoch, by delving into these details, raises intriguing questions about divine intervention and the role of celestial beings in Earth's history. Entering the pages of the Book of Enoch, we are immersed in a plot that transcends the boundaries of the celestial and the unknown, and it takes us along extraordinary paths, revealing fascinating details about celestial beings and journeys beyond earthly limit. One of the most intriguing narratives takes us to a period before the flood. Around 200 angels, described as beings from heaven, choose to descend to earth. Your mission? Marrying the most beautiful women, resulting in the creation of a lineage of giants known as Nephilim. The Book of Enoch suggests that these angels not only genetically influenced the human race, but also shared forbidden knowledge. This exchange of knowledge included teachings about witchcraft, the occult, and advanced techniques, such as the manipulation of metals to manufacture weapons and shields. Faced with this situation of spiritual and technological corruption, God decides to intervene. A legion of angels is sent to defeat the celestial rebels, expelling them into darkness. The result of this divine intervention leads to the multiplication of evil and a lack of faith on earth. Then, God sends the flood, a catastrophe that wipes out a large part of the human race, sparing only Noah and his family. The intriguing prospect then emerges that these celestial beings were not just divine messengers, but something more. The term aliens comes to mind, raising the hypothesis that celestial intervention could be interpreted as an extraterrestrial influence. Enoch, the central figure of this narrative, transcends the boundaries of earthly existence. Described as a celestial traveler, he journeys back and forth between earth and heaven. He is entrusted with divine revelations, details about the creation of the world, the coming of the Messiah, and the final destiny of humanity. This chapter challenges us to expand our horizons of understanding. We are facing a narrative that mixes celestial elements with the possibility of extraterrestrial influence. The Book of Enoch, by unveiling these mysteries, leads us to deep reflections on the origin and purpose of life on Earth, in addition to opening doors to the exploration of territories not yet fully understood. As we delve deeper into the saga of the Book of Enoch, we come across the chapter that casts an enigmatic shadow over this work. Why, after all, was this book full of heavenly revelations banned from the sacred narrative of the Bible? Some suggest that the intensity of information contained in the Book of Enoch was why God chose to keep it out of the canonical pages. Are the truths revealed in this manuscript so profound that God decided to protect humanity from knowledge that surpasses our understanding? The narrative of the Book of Enoch takes us through events that challenge not only divine laws, but also our traditional conception of biblical history. The descent of the angels, the emergence of the Nephilim, and the celestial-terrestrial interaction are elements that, perhaps, were considered too intense to integrate into the sacred scriptures. This exclusion, however, fuels the mystery. Why did God choose to hide Enoch's revelations? The banning of the Book of Enoch resonates as a divine decision to preserve faith and the conventional understanding of biblical history. But at the same time, it raises the question of whether these hidden truths should remain beyond human reach. The ban invites us to reflect on the limits of human understanding and the divine reasons behind the exclusion of the Book of Enoch. We are facing a narrative that, although prohibited, continues to echo through the centuries, instigating our search for answers and deeper revelations about the mysteries of existence. Like a mysterious plot, the Book of Enoch returns to the light of history after a period of disappearance, a story that involves the occult, accidental discoveries, and an unexpected rebirth. The Book of Enoch, which had been practically forgotten, resurfaced in 1773 in a church in Ethiopia, a chance discovery that revolutionized Western understanding of this lost manuscript. The work was taken to Europe, translated, and, once again, attracted the world's attention. The return of the Book of Enoch brought with it not only the rediscovery of an ancient text, but also a wave of questions about why this particular book was banned and then recovered. The revival of the Book of Enoch has reignited interest in its pages and, more importantly, and the truths that could be contained within it. Were the revelations about fallen angels, Nephilim, and celestial events so powerful that God decided to bring them back to human consciousness? The reappearance invites us to explore not only the circumstances of this rediscovery, but also the broader implications of this work for modern understandings of faith and biblical history. We stand before a fascinating twist in the saga of the Book of Enoch, a literary resurrection that defies logic and reminds us that even in the folds of time, ancient truths can emerge to challenge and enrich our understanding of the divine. When we leaf through the pages of the Book of Enoch, we come to a narrative of what may be myths surrounding the Book of Enoch. We uncover deep layers to understand whether the content of this forbidden work is truly worthy of the mystery that surrounds it. One of the most intriguing narratives in the Book of Enoch involves the descent of angels to earth, their involvement with human women, and the generation of a peculiar lineage of giants, the Nephilim. But can we accept these reports as historical facts, or should we view them as myths created to transmit moral teachings? The idea of fallen angels, teaching sorcery and mental manipulation, brings with it an aura of mystery and even fantasy. How can we discern between literal truth and symbolism meant to convey spiritual lessons? The Book of Enoch, by describing Enoch as a heavenly traveler, reveals details about the creation of the world, the coming of the Messiah, and future events. But, faced with so many interpretations, how can we separate the prophetic vision from the mythological fantasy? The narrative of the Book of Enoch suggests an intriguing mix of influences, incorporating celestial, extraterrestrial, and mythological elements. Stripping away the myth, we question whether we should accept every word as literal truth or whether these stories were designed to convey deeper messages about morality, faith, and human nature. This chapter challenges us to deconstruct the myths surrounding the Book of Enoch, raising crucial questions about the interpretation of ancient texts and their relevance in contemporary understanding of faith and human existence. We are facing a journey to discern the truth in the midst of the myth and, thus, unveil the true meaning behind Enoch's word. Given the impactful and mysterious narratives, we question whether this book deserves a place alongside the sacred scriptures. The story of Enoch, a man who walked with God, is undeniably fascinating. However, when we examine the narratives involving fallen angels, Nephilim, and celestial journeys, the crucial question arises: do these stories adhere to divine truth, or are they fragments of myths and legend? The inclusion of the Book of Enoch in the Bible has been contested over the centuries, with arguments over its authenticity and divine inspiration. After all, if God himself chose to exclude these revelations, should we, as seekers of truth, consider them as part of the sacred word? By adhering to the true word, we confront the different interpretations that circulate around the Book of Enoch. The work is sometimes seen as a source of forbidden knowledge, while others question its origin and historical integrity. The challenge we face is discerning whether extraordinary narratives are a valid contribution to our spiritual understanding or whether we must cautiously separate myth from truth. The search for the true word leads us to question, explore, and consider the implications of this ancient work for our journey of faith. It is also important to know that having been one of several apocalyptic books written in the Second Temple period, the Book of Enoch was never a candidate for canonicity among Rabbinic Judaism, being kept mainly by Jewish esoteric schools and, later, used as the main folklore source for the story of the fall of the angel. Cataloged copies of Qumran are part of the legacy left by the mysterious community that inhabited this region close to the Dead Sea, in Ein Gedi. In its last days, this community began to lose interest in Enochian literature, which explains the appearance of its fragments in few of the several caves used to store the books, as well as the absence of entire divisions of their content. Among Jewish writings from the time of the Second Temple to the end of the rabbinic period of the 1st century AD, there are no mentions or citations of the book, even though there are reflections of literature related to the fall of angels and giants in the past, which is a common theme in biblical literature. We are faced with a dilemma that urges us to seek not only the truth, but the wisdom to discern between mystery and genuine revelation. And there you have it, The mysterious journey through the Book of Enoch. What do you think? Is it a treasure trove of hidden knowledge, or perhaps a mashup of ancient tales? Share your thoughts below. If you enjoyed this exploration, check out these videos about biblical mysteries. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell for more intriguing discussion. May God's wisdom guide your path. See you in the next video.